You may have noticed that while we were recording and playing sequences, the bar and time fields on the play-record screen were constantly changing. These fields are like the tape counter on a tape recorder. They indicate the current position within the sequence. The bar field displays it in musical terms as a three-part number separated by periods. The first part is the bar number. The second part is the beat number, which in 4/4 time is the quarter note within the bar. The third part is the clock number, which is a precision counter with 96 parts to each quarter note. Now the time field also shows the current position within the sequence, but in terms of elapsed time. In this case, the 4 parts of the field are hours, minutes, seconds, and frames. We've explained only a few of the data fields in the play-record screen. There are others: the sequence name, track name, MIDI channel name, second MIDI output assignment, the track on-off field, and the track on-off and solo on-off soft keys. These are all explained in detail in your manual. For our demonstration, we were using a simple 4-bar looped sequence, but for longer sequences, you would also use the rewind and fast-forward keys to move around to different locations within your sequence. The double arrow keys are used to rewind or fast-forward 1 bar through the sequence. The single arrow keys do the same, except they move only 1/16th note. And the locate key allows you to instantly jump to words within the sequence. See your manual to learn more about locate. Also, in addition to the play start key, which always plays the sequence from the start, the play key can be used to play the sequence from the current position displayed in the bar and time fields. By using all of these keys together in a tape recorder-like fashion, you can really create sequences fast. For example, locate to bar 89, punch in by pressing record and play, rewind to bar 80, beat 3, overdub a fill by pressing overdub and play, then play it all from the start by pressing play start. And that's how to record sequences. Now I'd like to talk more about the timing correct feature. The timing correct feature has 4 main uses. 1, it can instantly correct timing errors made while recording, as it was doing during our demonstration. 2, it can add a shuffle or swing rhythm to your sequences. 3, it can shift the timing of a track earlier or later in relation to other tracks to compensate for slow synthesizer attacks or any electronic delays which a synthesizer might add. And 4, it can be used to assist in the playing of repeated notes, such as rolls or repeating 16th notes. To begin, let's look at the timing correct screen. To do this, I press the timing correct key. Notice the field labeled note value, and notice that the current value of the field is 16th note. This means that when the record mode is entered, all new notes will be automatically moved to the nearest 16th note. This is how the MPC60 corrects timing errors. This data field is a choice field and has 7 options: 8th notes, 8th note triplets, 16th notes, 16th note triplets, 32nd notes, 32nd note triplets, and off, which turns timing correction off. The next field to the right is labeled Shuffle. The Shuffle feature works in conjunction with the timing correction feature. The difference is that instead of moving your notes onto perfect 16th notes, it moves them onto shuffled or swing time 16th notes. The range is from 50% for no shuffle effect or perfectly even 16th notes to 75% for the maximum effect. In practical application, a setting of 52% to 58% is very useful to remove the stiffness from 16th notes that's normally associated with drum machines. The shuffle setting also operates on 8th notes, adding a shuffle effect to the 8th notes instead of the 16th notes. However, shuffle has no effect at all if the note value is set to anything other than 16th or 8th notes. The next feature associated with timing correction is called shift timing. In addition to moving your notes to either perfectly straight or shuffled 16th notes, shift timing moves your notes either earlier or later by a small amount. This is very useful to compensate for the slow attack of a synthesizer sound or to correct for general electronic delays associated with some synthesizers or samplers. There's one last feature of timing correction called note repeat, which I demonstrated earlier. Note repeat is used as an aid in recording repeated notes such as rolls or repeated 16th notes. To use note repeat, enter overdub mode, then simultaneously hold the timing correct key and the drum pad or keyboard key to be recorded. The note value of the repeated notes is determined by the note value field. One interesting use of this feature is to record drum rolls. To do this, set the note value field to 32nd note triplets, then hold both the timing correct key and the snare pad while overdubbing to record a snare roll. So far, I've demonstrated all of the timing correct features on drums, but all of these features operate in exactly the same way on keyboard tracks. The note repeat feature even uses pressure-sensitive keyboards to vary the dynamics in the same way we varied the pressure on the hi-hat pad. And this concludes Section 3, Recording Sequences. Stay tuned for Section 4, Editing Sequences.